Great morning, great morning, great morning. You guys come on in, come on in. Great morning. Come on in. When you come in, make sure you go ahead and share. Make sure you go ahead and share. Great morning. Y'all come on in. Hey, Thelma, how are you, gorgeous? So good to see you. Hey, Summerlin, great day, great day. Y'all come on in. I love it. I love it. I love it. Hey, Christina. Great morning. Great morning. Y'all, I'm going to talk and eat. Okay. So, y'all bear with me. I'm amazing, girl. Hey, Stacy. Great day. Great day. So, listen, y'all, I had to fix my coffee. You know, I got to have my coffee in the morning. I had to get it in. But my brother-in-law cut up some watermelon for me. I got some Tajin seasoning, baby. I'm ready. So I'm gonna talk and eat and drink. Okay, so y'all just know this fight right here. It'll be that seasoning. That seasoning on that watermelon, baby, that ain't no joke. No joke, no game. Y'all make sure y'all share the live. Share the live. I don't have my other device in my hand, so I can't share it. But you guys can, so go ahead and share, 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 share. Hey, BJ, how are you, gorgeous? Oh, yeah, Thelma, it's amazing. Hey, April, how are you? Thank you so much for sharing. So, you guys, I'm going to go ahead and get into the message because I think that this is probably one of the most important messages that God has given me in a while. And you know, He gave me a lot of good stuff, but this one, I really believe is one for the time and for the season. And I think it will help some people. Okay. So I just want to help some people. All right. So listen, the title of this live is Make the Most of the Time That You Have with the People That You Have It. Make the most of the time that you have with the people that you have it. Listen, let me say this to y'all. So often, I'm trying to figure out where the hair is. Okay. So often in our lives, we get bogged down in things that don't matter. Okay. Things that don't matter. What are the things that don't matter? Things that don't matter are the small things that interfere with our ability to enjoy one another and to enjoy life. I'm going to give you an example for me. Listen, y'all listen, I'm going to tell y'all know that I'm not delivered all the way from petty. I'm not as much as I would like to be. I'm not. I'm just not there. I'm just telling y'all, I'm just not all the way delivered from petty. I'm just not. I'm just not. I'm just talking about me. I ain't talking about nobody else. I'm talking about me. And me. Okay, hold on. So sometimes, every now and then, sometimes, I might get upset with my husband and I'm finna be petty. Listen, and I might try to make it run. You know what I'm saying? Make it last for a while. Make it last forever. Listen, let me tell y'all, I'm gonna try to stretch it. I'm gonna try to make it last. Listen. So I realized that I wasted a day and a half of irreplaceable time. A day and a half of irreplaceable time. See, time is the one thing we can never get back. We can never get back time. We can never get it back. It just, it's not something that we can, grab and say, hey, I'm taking my time back. Okay? Listen, we can't go back and get time. But I wasted about a day and a half of good time being petty and mad. Why? Because I wanted to prove a point. Why? Because I needed him to get it. Why? Because at the end of the day, this is the truth of the matter, not whether we accept it or not. The truth of the matter is he just didn't do something. He did something I didn't like, and I wanted to make him pay for it. Does that sound familiar? Can anybody relate to that? Maybe I'm the only one, but it didn't help me. It didn't help me. See, that's the crazy thing. When you do stuff that don't even help you, that's foolishness. Why? Because at the end of the day, I like being up under him. I like being in his face. I like being hugged up with him. So I punished me. I didn't punish him. I punished me. For what? For something that didn't matter. And check this out. If anything had happened to him during that time, I would have felt horrible. And I would have had so much regret. So rather than positioning ourselves where we'll have to live our lives in regret, why not just choose to let things go? Why not just choose it? Why not just choose, if it's not that big of a deal, to let it go? Why not? I don't know, but this weekend, I found out that Pastor Tim Rogers' wife had died. Now, I know them well. Like, they're my people. And I spent time with her. She did my hair. She was the first person to do crochets in my hair. And that thing hit me. It wasn't that she had no long, drawn-out illness. Something happened. She went in the hospital, and the next thing they knew, she was gone. They didn't have a lot of time to prepare, to get their mind right for what was happening. None of that. BJ said, isn't that teaching them sometimes? Well, this is what I'm going to say, BJ. It's passive aggressive. That's what petty is. Petty is being passive aggressive. Well, I know, BJ. Listen, I know. But this thing about God, God has a way of getting our points across without us getting it across. So what we say to God is, I don't trust you to handle this with him. I don't trust you to handle this with him. So I'm going to handle it. The problem is, when we try to handle it, we can sometimes create more damage, right? We can do more damage. We can draw it out more because, then they be trying to prove a point. Now, everybody trying to prove a point. Now, who going to win? Nobody wins in that. Nobody wins in that, And girl, I don't want to be right. I don't want to be right. I want to be petty. I don't want these revelations. I don't want these reality checks. The moment you think that you're beyond something or you've grown past something, is the moment something will happen that'll trigger it, and your old you will come up and you'll be like, dog, I thought I was through with this. And you discover you ain't through. You discover that it's still there. You discover that you got more of your flesh to kill, right? And for me, that's the big thing. Listen, this man lost his wife in a very short period of time. They had been married for like 27 years. They've been together a long time, since he was 17. They'd been together since he was 17 years old, 16, 17, got married. And all of a sudden she was gone. They had like 6 kids, 2 of them young. And then she's just gone. Just gone. Look, value the time that you got, because you don't know when you're just going to be gone. So why spend that time not valuing and appreciating those that God has blessed you to have in your life? Even those that you don't like. Come on now. Y'all know we all have some people in our families and in our lives that we don't necessarily care for. They're not our favorite people, but they don't have to be our favorite people for us to appreciate the time that we have with them, even if we know that we can only do them in small doses. Small dose them. Do the small doses, right? But value the time that you have with the people that you have while you have it, because you don't know when you won't have that time. We were supposed to do a lot of things. There were a lot of things that I wanted to do last weekend and this week, but it would have been too much on us, too much on our body, too much on our finances. It just would have been too much. I wanted to go to my nephew's graduation. Let's see. This is why I have to remind myself. Did you want to join the live, baby? Come on. Come and join me. He said too much on the driver, right? Because he does do the driving. I ain't even gonna lie. But just like that, y'all see how quickly I went back into petty? Do y'all see that? See, this is why you got to die to self daily. You got to die to self daily. I be like, I thought I was over it. But y'all, we can't afford it. We can't afford it. We really cannot afford it. Each day is precious. Each day is an opportunity that the Lord has given us. What does the word say? We have brand new mercies. Each morning we get brand new mercies. Like, why are we wasting our mercies and not valuing the time, not valuing the people? Petty rises up quickly. It does, April. Great day, Corey. It does, because we're so conditioned. Y'all check this out. Particularly if you have as one of your saboteurs, sticklers and pleasers. Pleasers get real petty. Pleasers, now let me tell y'all about pleasers. Pleasers are the people that go out of their way for everyone. They want to make sure everyone is good. They want to make sure they're going to give you their last. However, if they feel like you don't appreciate what you've done for them, if they get to the point where they feel like you're taking advantage of them, they will become passive aggressive. Translation, petty on steroids. Okay? So you do all this for people, but then you feel a way when they're not there for you, or they don't think about you, or whatever it is. And controller, stickler, pleaser, and controller, they can be very passive aggressive. They can be very passive aggressive. Now, this is the problem with being passive aggressive. You never fully articulate to people what you're feeling. You never tell them what you feel. You never tell them what the issue is. You never tell them what the problem is. So you never give them an opportunity to fix it, to work it out, to make it okay, or not. You gotta figure that out. You gotta figure it out. So it's much better to articulate what's going on with you, what you're feeling, how you feel, instead of just trying to make someone guess and be a mind reader. People are not mind readers. So you have to tell them. Now, once you tell people how you feel, how their actions have affected you, how you've interpreted what they said, then you gotta know, listen, after I do that, and then you act like it ain't nothing, then that's a whole nother thing. So I'm just telling y'all, we got to get our petty in check. We got to stop being passive aggressive. I'm talking to me too. I said we, because I got it. And my petty, big petty. So I really have to check myself, because sometimes my petty don't know when to stop. So I got to get myself together, okay? April said, I was definitely like that. So glad I continuously killed those saboteurs. Yes, Stacy, yes. So why this live? Why today? Why is this so important? Let me tell y'all something. When we look at our journey in Christ, when we look at our journey of becoming more like him, it's always going to be seasons in your life when certain things are revealed to you. You're going to have times when you got to face certain things about yourself. It's easy for you to identify it in other people. It's easy for you to recognize it in other people, but it's much more challenging for you to recognize it in yourself. So this is a season where it's about self-examination. This is a season where God is growing us up and maturing us. God wants us to understand, stop taking things for granted. Stop thinking that you've got time, because there are no guarantees. There are no time guarantees. Do you understand what I'm telling you? None. You can't make up time. You've got the time that you've been given, and what you do with that time, he will hold you accountable for. So we've got to make a choice about what is most important, being right in our own minds, or even in the natural. You can be correct, okay? But is that more important than being who God needs you to be in a moment? Which is it? What is it? Now, I'm not saying that you don't have a right to have your feelings. I'm not saying you don't have a right to articulate your feelings. I'm not saying that you don't have a right to have conversations about how things that other people do impact you. I'm not saying that at all. But I'm also saying that we can't hold on to stuff, because the more we hold on to it, the more precious time that we lose. My cousin has this thing that she's been saying. She says, love big and forgive easily. Love big and forgive easily. The easier you can forgive, the easier you can extend grace, the easier you can move forward without holding on to stuff. The freer you are, and the more you give room for God and the Holy Spirit to work on those around you. Because check this out, people know, they know. And if you tell them, they really know. Okay? So you tell them and you just keep it moving. That makes a difference. Because now you looking foolish because you know. I may have been a little wrong in that. I may have been a little off in how I said that. I may have been able to say that in another way. Right? But even if they don't, you lose nothing, because the fact of the matter is, the more you hold on to it, the more you lose. That's your energy. That's your emotions. That's your mental space. That they could go on. And especially if you're talking about dealing with men, because y'all already know how men roll. Men, like, they'll be over a thing in a minute. Like, you still holding on to it. They done moved on. They acting like ain't nothing happened. And then, that makes us even madder. Like, why is he acting like ain't nothing happened? Now he want to be all lovey-dovey, and now he want to be this, and now he want to be that, and he just acting like this, and I'm not doing that. But see, we mad. We big mad. And they done went on with their life. They watching the game, and they watching a show. They gone on with their life. And you stuck in an emotional holding pattern at a frequency that is not productive for you. So who are you hurting? You're not hurting them. As much as you think you are, you're not hurting them, you're hurting you. So why not stay up here? Stay vibrating high. Stay in a place of love. Stay in a place of joy. Stay in a place of happiness. How do you do that? You forgive and move forward. Just forgive and keep it moving. And then later, if you want to have a conversation about it, have a conversation about it. Someone talking about displeasure will hold grudges, baby. Hey, Corrine, how are you, gorgeous? Hey, Mike, good to see you. BJ said, not more important than loving them through their growth, which is why we were involved to begin with. Absolutely. You know that iron sharpens iron, right? And so when you put two pieces of iron together, you can expect some friction and some sparks. Period. It's going to happen, but it's a part of the growth process. It's a part of the sanctification process. It's a part of God growing us into who he created us to be. See, because if that stuff never comes up, you don't realize it's there. And you'll think you're better than you are, more than you are, farther along than you are. Then you get a reality check. Reality check. Girl, get yourself together. That was my reality check this weekend. Get yourself together. Trying to be mad. No, you want to be up under that man. No, you want to hug on him and kiss on him. But you're going to punish him because he didn't give you a kiss when you wanted one. Foolery. Foolery. Do y'all hear me? Foolery. And I can tell on myself. Now, let me say this. Some people would say, why would you put your business out there? Because you opened the door, for the enemy. You opened the door for this. Let me tell y'all why I put my business out there. Our business out there, because it's ours. I want you to learn from my mistakes. I don't want you to find yourself repeating my mistakes. I don't want you to find yourself going through stuff that I could have said, hey, boo, you might not want to do that. That might not be the best path. Like, what kind of friend am I? What kind of sister am I? You know? And how do I say that God has called me to have my life on public display, but I only want to display the parts that show me in a positive light? No. I only want to show the parts that make me look like a victim. No. Mm-mm. We got too much growing to do for that. So today, if there's been anything you've been holding on to, trying to show someone, trying to punish someone, listen, let today be the day you let it go. Let today be the day that you forgive them and you move forward. One thing about me, I'm going to do what God say do, even if I don't like it. Even if I feel absolutely justified in my reaction, my response, how I move, all of that. Angel number 122. Even then, you know, we got to grow up. It's time to grow up. It's time to grow up, get off the milk, and start eating food. mm. Good morning, Daddy. I love you too. mm. So that's it. That's what I have for y'all this morning. We're getting ready to get on the road. I'm so grateful to my new sister and brother for opening their home up. My sister is a planner, honey. She liked to plan. So she planned this bubble run this weekend for us. And it was absolutely amazing. I had so much fun. I didn't run, I walked. I'm so grateful my husband walked with me because I was not running, okay? But we did the bubble run / walk. We cooked, we ate, we fried fish. I made my baked beans. She was sleeping on my baked beans, baby. But baby, my baked beans, you better put some respect on my name back them baked beans now. Put some respect on my name back them baked beans be fire, okay? And fire be coming out afterwards, but them baked beans be fire. So we had a great time, and now it's time to get on the road. I love y'all so much. I pray that you will hear what I said and apply it to your life, because that's where change comes, with application. I love you guys to life and life more abundant. Have an amazing, incredible, and epic day. Be blessed. Mwah.